Teachers, what's the dumbest complaint you've heard from a student? I was grading papers during my lunch break when Bryce walked up to my desk. This kid looked like I'd just told him his entire bloodline failed out of existence. He slammed his test down and said he wanted to file a formal complaint. I looked up. A complaint about what? He crossed his arms like he was preparing to testify in front of Congress. You graded my test unfairly because the sun was in my eyes during the exam, so I couldn't think straight. I blinked. Bryce, we were inside. Yeah, but the vibes were off. The vibes, yeah, like the energy in the room was bad, and you should have manifested better test-taking conditions for us. I stared at him. This is geometry, not a spiritual retreat. I asked if he studied. He looked me dead in the eyes and said, studying is a social construct. I had to put my pen down. Bryce, you got a 52 because you didn't know how to find the hypotenuse. That's your opinion. No, that's Pythagoras. He whipped out his phone like he was about to drop a legal bombshell. Showed me a TikTok of some random guy in a beanie saying teachers who grade too hard are limiting student potential. See? I'm educated on my rights now. I told him his grade was staying the same and that if he actually opened the textbook next time, maybe he'd pass. He left muttering something about toxic workplaces. I thought that was the end. 2 days later, his mom showed up. She walked in during my planning period looking concerned, like I'd personally wronged her child in some unforgivable way. Hi, I'm Bryce's mom. He told me you discriminated against him because of the sun. I paused. The sun? Yes, he said. You refused to accommodate his lighting sensitivity during the test. I took a deep breath. We were inside, with blinds, under fluorescent lights. There was no sun. She blinked. So what was he talking about? Great question. I pulled up his test and explained that he failed because he didn't study and spent half the exam doodling what looked like a deformed dragon. She stared at the paper, then at me, then turned to Bryce, who was standing in the hallway looking like he wanted to dissolve into the floor. She didn't yell, just stared at him for a solid 10 seconds in complete silence. Then she grabbed his backpack strap and said, "We're leaving," dragged him out like he was a grocery cart with a broken wheel.